Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to talk about Roll Over and Die. Yes, Roll Over and Die. The very, very, very last episode of Roll Over and Die review. You know, for these shows for this for these episodes of Roll Over and Die, I'm gonna miss everything Roll Over and Die has shown me. You know, it's a dark Yuri anime, and this is just the beginning, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning of the start of the 2026 Yuri animes. I mean, there's a lot of plethora of Yuri animes that's going along throughout the seasons, and we're gonna see more. And if you think this is one of them, and you think this is one, no, there's more coming. Which is why I'm gonna cover that when it's aired. I'm gonna miss Roll Over and Die for the story that it is revenge. I love characters who goes on a revenge tour to get back at these people who messed up their lives. Look at Redo of Healer. Perfect example. And I know people will say, you watch Redo of Healer? Redo of Healer has that. It has nothing to do with the stuff they have. Redo of Healer is a good anime because it's about a guy who gets a second chance in life and going out and getting back on revenge. Who doesn't like characters who goes on revenge? People like Sasuke, people like Guts, people like Raul from that manga I've been reading. Hero Shouts Revenge in the Darkness. It's a long name, but that guy, when his revenge, is a badass. I'm also gonna miss Roll Over and Die for the Yuri moments. Flum and Milk Kid's relationship has been on a rise, and there's nothing going on there's nothing going on, like nothing bad's going on. I feel Flum and Milk Kid should be top 3 best couple this winter. Because if you go back to all the animes that came out this season, the only couples I can remember as I watched was Flum and Milk Kid, and the Invisible Man and the Blind Girl, which is that's the only ones I've noticed. But I rest my case. Anyway, we're gonna miss this show for what it has. Some Resident Evil vibe. They did this on purpose because Resident Evil Requiem is horrorness as it is and dark. This is one of them. And when you add dark fantasy to do Uranus, you know it's going to be sweet and spicy. And then some blood and some gore you're expected to see. And that's what we got. But again, we're going to miss a lot of few characters along the way of Roll Over Die. We missed a few. A couple of people I missed was Ed and Johnny. We're going to miss those guys. But Flum, and I forgot to mention another revenge guy. Now for me from Rising of the Shield Hero. They all have this revenge tour, and we're going to see it. And if people interfere in the revenges, you're going to get back. Now, last week was one of those moments where Flum finally got the chance to take down Dia. Now the search is for Milk Kid. And boy, never freaking disappoint me. So without further ado, let's get right to the last review of Roll Over and Die. Okay. Flum is rescuing Milk Kid, and I don't like what they did to Milk Kid. That, you know, I don't care if I have to curse. I'm going to be freaking honest. That bitch of a woman, that fat, ugly, disgusting woman, kidnapped Milk Kid, slapped her, and ripped up her clothes. And she had her own torture device on the table like she's freaking the guy from Tokyo Ghoul. And I was so utterly like, I wanted to freaking kill this guy. I mean, I wanted to kill that old bitch. You understand? It's like, I legit want to go there and save this person and save Milk Kid. Like, you understand? You don't understand. I just hate seeing that. I hate seeing that. And Milk Kid is strong, I get that. But watching her getting her clothes ripped off and slapping in the face, getting whipped, like, come on. And she was stuck between a rock and a hard place because down in the pit was a bunch of those freaking zombie eaters who was gonna devour her anyway, so she had no choice. But leave it to that reporter to let Flum find her way and punch the crap out of her. Punched the crap out of her. I mean, literally punched her. Now, punch her in the gut, punch her in the face. I wanted her to die. Yes, roll over and die. I want her to roll over and die and kill by the hand of Flum. But it didn't work. So it dragged her down into the belly of the beast. the belly of the torture with all the spikes and all this, and everyone and those zombies were devouring her. Good for you. I am happy. I wanted Flum to finish her off, but I'm happy. I'm happy. So, and Flum apologized to Ink, and you can't blame it. I understand what Flum was saying, but I understand why she was mad last week. But again, 2 weeks ago. But still, she apologized. Ink accepted Flum, and everyone's back together. Oh, there's more. Freaking Mother. We finally get to see Mother. She is, how do I say this in a respectable way? This is why JoJo Bizarre Adventure is the worst anime of all time. This is why I don't watch JoJo. Because of stuff like that. Look at Mother. Butt chin, ugly ass JoJo hair with a tattoo on the side that says Mother. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She looks straight out of a JoJo character. This is why JoJo sucks ass. I hate JoJo. And you see it. You see it. So, how do I sum this up? Mother wants Ink back to create these T-Virus's children. Yes, I'm going to use Resident Evil as a knowledge because this was the perfect example of a Resident Evil vibe, which, by the way, Resident Evil Requiem should win Game of the Year. Mother wants Ink back in her family to be whole again and to wreak havoc again for all the spiral things that's happening. Now, Ink is like one of the children. The only problem is that they see her useless. No powers or nothing. And you gotta understand, the Church of the Origin, they're using these kids as test subjects. It's just experimenting these people like this is some tortured family right here. The Baker family, if you think about it. But still, it's so bad. So horrible to see this. Like what Ink had to go through. And then Ink is a kid and Mother kicked her. I'm like, yo, this is wrong. And then that little kid, that little kid deserved an ass whooping. That little kid should deserve an ass whooping. I don't care how old that kid is. That kid deserves an ass whooping. Treating Ink like that, and then Mother just kicked her like it was nothing. Now, Flum found Milkit and Ink all went home. And Sarah, oh my God, Sarah, I was happy that Sarah was alive. You don't understand. For weeks and weeks, I've been asking myself, please don't let Sarah die. Don't let Sarah die. Like, I was really, really wanted to know what happened to Sarah. And then we found out she's alive and I'll be honest with you, I never would have expected to see Negros, the blue demon girl that has a crush on Sarah, like she saved her life from the eyeballs. And it's funny because it's crazy that I didn't expect this because I thought that it will be one of Eterna. I thought it would be the water one. And Eterna's alive as well because Eterna used a water spell before she met Dian and to help Milkit escape. But still, I thought Eterna was going to do it. But still, Negros, you see, that demon lady saving Sarah just showed you that Yuri is effing strong. The Yuri is strong. Now, I do feel bad for Sarah. I really freaking do. Ed and Johnny is dead. It's sad to see them die because Sarah lost two of her brothers, like closer than brothers. And to see her down, to see her sad, it was just like, we're still your family, regardless. Now, to sum this church thing, the whole thing, matter of fact, let me just put this, before I get that, let me just say this. I'm happy Ink is human now because thanks to that core, that black spiral core that the church made, Flum wanted to kill Ink, but Flum don't want to because you're family. So what did Flum do? What did Eterna do? Eterna did a heart transplant. And Flum destroyed the core and put Dian's human heart inside of Ink to make her human. So now she's more human than ever. She has a heart. She has a heart. Now, let's all agree. The church is like the umbrella corporation. Yeah, they're nice people. They help experiments. But inside their lab, there's nothing but experiments. But BOWs. You know, bioorganic weapons, tyrants, liquors, stars, the nemesis. You know, they're creating all these experiment people. And not just that, on children. And I'm glad Otelli's alive because Otelli couldn't last. But still, the way this place is just... The origins are the bad people. The demons we've seen, they're the good guys. They're the good people. They're trying to warn the hero party that we're the good guys and stay away from all this thing. But because of the power that the church has, the Jian's party, and I hate that freaking guy. That guy got the power. He got the orb, and he's getting stronger by that. Not only that, the priest, and Flum's best friend, which, by the way, I want to know about why she left her. And I hope we get to see that. This is why I got to read the light novel. I really got to read it. Because I really got to read it. Because I want to know what the hell happened after this. Now I know what you're thinking. Everyone said that this is better than the anime. I may have to read it. But still, to sum this up, the demons are the good guys. The church are the bad guys. And they're using the heroes' parties. They're using the heroes' party to take them out. That's why the knight left the party. That's why most of the people are leaving his party. So, yeah, everything was just demons did this, demons did that. No, it was the church of origin. It was the church. They're responsible for all this. But, you know, they need to gather proof of it, and I hope that it will happen. And I'm happy that the guy is with them as well. So it's like from day one, from Flum becoming a slave to love for Milk It to now she has a family of her own. This one season just showed you just how badass she would do. Flum will do anything for the family. This showed you just how badass she is as a swordsman. Like, she got a little training, but she has stepped up her game since the first episode. And I can't wait to see more. Well, I don't know. Now, let me just say this overall thing. Not by the episodes, but overall the show. I feel like Roll Over and Die is just the beginning of the Yuri animes we're getting this year. I feel like Roll Over and Die is one of those, not like high tier peak Yuris, like the Citrus, the Sakura Trick, Valkyrie Drive, Mermaid, Yuri Is My Job. You know, I get all of that. It's not as high tier, but this is one of those, like, if you like dark fantasy animes, go watch Roll Over and Die. Now, do I feel like it deserves a second season? I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of like, I don't know, because it's not as what people expected, you know? I wanted season 2 of this, but again, it's not the most talked about show compared to all the other shows that came out this winter. And with spring around the corner, but this is one of those starts of a dark Yuri anime to watch. So if you like Yuri anime, and if you like dark fantasy animes, and if you like characters going to revenge tour, please go watch this show. But overall, though, I give this show probably a 7 out of 10. A 7. I mean, it's not as... Again, I was expecting more, but this is a 7 out of 10 Yuri anime. It's not as like, okay, but it is. So thank you for watching my review of Roll Over and Die. Thank you for watching my reviews of covering this show. I look forward for all the animes coming out in the spring. We're around the corner of it, and I'll show you more. Thank you for watching.